Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Jacob in Wisconsin. We got Emilio in Tennessee, and we got Tim in Green Bay, Wisconsin, here to talk Packers and more specifically Chalk Talk, Week 17, Packers Vikings. We're going to break down what happened. Why did it happen? Come away with a little bit better understanding of some of the specific coverages that were called, the play calling on offense, some of the decisions that were made, in the middle of the game. I'll tell you one play we're not going to cover. We're not going to cover the field goal where we got called for offsides because we have talked about that all week long, obviously. So I think we got a good grab of where that played into the mix here. But all right, gents, we're all set for Chalk Talk here. Anybody want to hit on anything before we get started? I got a couple of highlighted chats, but anything at the forefront of your all's mind going in, if you want to say, hey, I feel like this happened, and then we can kind of see if it's true. I know there's a couple things that, in my opinion, were different from what I remember watching the game live. And once I got in breaking down the coverage, breaking down the play calls, I came away going, I see it a little different now. But anything for you guys?
Nothing different from me. I still saw Bullard and X getting cooked. That was that didn't change. Tough loss, but still feeling good about our chances in the playoffs, guys. The regular season will not matter after next Sunday.
That's exactly right. Emilio or Jacob, anything? Man?
Nothing. No. No more pre-snaps.
You're hating the penalties, ain't you, bro? Joseph in the chat says, still trying to cope with being 0-4 versus Minnesota and Detroit. I feel you, buddy. He also said, Happy New Year's, fellas. Thanks for building such a great community of the best football fans in the world, buddy. People like you, Joseph, are the people you're talking about, man. We appreciate y'all more than you know. Chris Inns said, Clayton, did you catch Patreon questions by chance? We hit them last night, so we'll probably hit them again tomorrow if you put one in there tonight. Chris, we've got a pretty full slate this evening, but we'll definitely hit on it tomorrow. So, let's dive into it, boys. We ready?
Let's go. Chalk Talk. Let's break it down.
If you guys would keep an eye on the super chats for me, if anything comes in, pop it up on the screen as we're breaking down the tape. And if it's in the way, I'll just mention it, and then we'll hit it immediately after, so we don't get too bad.
And if it's AFAM, just ignore it, right?
Exactly, sir. That's right. You know the drill here. You know how that rolls, Tim. You're a seasoned vet at this.
Now, put that name in my mouth right there.
All right, here we go. All right, first play. Let's get into it. Let me get organized here. I thought I was ready, and I got stuff laying everywhere. I told Jacob I just woke up from a nap. I got about an hour nap in. I woke up. I thought it was 2026. I was like, what happened? Where are we at? That's what's on the slate today. So, all right, here we go. First quarter, 12-16 left. 2nd and 4 play at Minnesota's 48-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs fumble. It's kind of the play that I don't want to say it was a huge factor in the game, although it does slow down momentum, and I think it did kind of take us away from the running game quite a bit. The play call is – I'll pull up my telestrator here. We're going to go 12 ace nasty, you cheat lead 26G counter, okay? And basically what that means is you got everybody inside the number, so it's a nasty split. We're going to go you cheat lead. Which one's the U? We're going to refer to Tucker as the U here this time. You can call him Y, you can call him U, however you want to do it. Sometimes I like to focus on the wide side of the field for the Y. In this case, they're both off the line. If one was on the line, I would call him the Y. So with the U cheat lead, Tucker is going to cheat motion over, right, and be ready to seal a block here. And then when we say 26 counter, what that means is you're going to be running off tackle, okay, to the right, even numbers to the right. And then we're going to go G with the G counter means the guard on the backside is actually going to pull and look to seal over here, okay? Again, 12 ace nasty, you cheat lead, 26 G counter. Feel really confident that this was the play call on the 26 because you'll see Zach Tom try to wall off this outside right here as well. Here we go. Let's roll the tape if it will roll. Let's see. We are paused for some reason. Uh-oh, boys. Did the telestrator freeze?
Uh-oh.
We getting throttled by the government right now. That's
my goodness.
It happens sometimes.
Hey, at least you can't false start when it freezes up, right?
Too many windows open, Clay.
Yeah, I got more windows open than a trailer park. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Can you see
Birds
it now?
aren't real.
tell you, Jacob, we are how many minutes into this stream, and you've already started this.
I thought we had to kill some time, dude. I thought we had to kill some time. All right.
Hey, now you did good. You did really good. All right, here we go. So let's roll the tape. Now you're going to see there's the U cheat lead. What we mean by cheat, he's moving when the ball is snapped, so he's getting kind of that cheat motion.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, he's there to seal the edge. That allows Tom and Ben Sims to double up on the outside. Now notice our boy Elton Jenkins going to pull around, right? Help seal the edge. Notice how everybody seals it off. Jacobs does a hell of a job getting through the gap right there, right? Just a great run up to that point, and then obviously the left hand of, I think it was that Daniil Hunter that punched that out. So you're going to see a better angle of the fumble. We had a conversation about this last night. You know, some people were saying, hey, do you think it's a problem with Jacobs? Is he banged up, fumbling? It was more about the defender just getting just enough of his paw on the ball. I don't mean to rhyme. I do it all the time. But you'll notice right here, watch Daniil Hunter come off that block. And then it was off.
That's not Daniil.
What's that?
So
that's not Daniil. Who is that?
Daniil Hunter don't play for him no more. Yeah.
Is he in Houston? So who is this? Tillery? Who is it? Tillman? What's the name there?
I thought it was Tillery, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Tillery. You're right. Yeah.
Josh,
I think Daniil's in Houston.
Hold it another split second, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, and look,
I'm not mad at him.
Right there, though, you got to drive. You can't just settle in, right? You've got to drive, and you've got to get your hips wider to wall him off, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take
or
him
at
out.
least start turning. You know, try to get yourself turned upfield a little bit more.
Exactly. That's what you don't want to do right there. But nonetheless, this is Jacobs. You got to protect the football better. This has nothing to do with Myers, right? And you'll see right here, see the left hand? That's the punch out we were talking about last night. Bang, knocks it out.
I honestly feel like the last time he fumbled too, he was in that same forward lean, or like at least wasn't he diving forward too? So maybe just throw a little tackle dummy on the ground and have him practice, you know, punching out while diving forward or something. I don't know. Get a couple extra reps in.
Right. Myers just about got on the ball there, but nonetheless, man, it's Minnesota ball.
What about two hands on the football in those situations?
That's true.
You see, it looked like he wanted to clutch there when he was in traffic, and his hands went up, but he didn't, and he had the ball in one hand going forward.
I think it's a valid point, Tim. I do.
Yeah.
The other thing too, though, Josh Jacobs likes to use that free hand shedding, and when he's breaking tackles like crazy, obviously I'm never complaining, right? But when it does cost you, it's a huge play, no doubt. You guys read those comments if you want, if you feel it's necessary. I can't see them because I got the telestrator up. I can just see a portion.
Yeah, just real quick to reiterate what Tim just said. Joseph Reel says he saw major contact coming. Period. Two hands, and that's exactly.
You could see him. He wanted to get that second hand over, but he never clutched it, and it was punched out. It happens.
Yeah. So obviously that fumble is the reason the turnover differential was tied 1-1. Right. If you don't fumble that ball there, you go down and score. Whether it's even 3 points, you win the turnover differential. You really, really like your chances of winning this ball game for sure. So again, there's enough blame to go around. You can say, man, Myers got to do a better job walling off there. Jacobs needs to protect the football. It's not any one person for sure. All right, next play, first quarter, 10:54 left, 1st and 10 play at Green Bay's 48-yard line. This is one of those Edgerrin Cooper run stops, and, man, it's so fun watching him play football. And the set that we were in here is a nickel 4-2-5. I did cover 3 ? And a mock fire ? To me, this looks like what the play is, that the mock actually is going to blitz, right? And I believe he's the mock. Is he? No, he is not the mock. Here would be your blitz. But it's hard to tell on running plays, right? Because are they reading the run quick or were they actually blitzing sometimes? One thing I have noticed about this Jeff Hafley defense, and it might be what Emilio was talking about where LaFleur is kind of getting on Edgerrin Cooper's butt a lot. He might be selling out to the run too much. That might be part of the problem. Now, listen, 4 tackles for a loss, that's the upside of that, right? You're going to stop the run handily, but maybe he's being a little too aggressive. But let's roll the tape here. Let's go 75 so it don't last too long. See him shift. Now, the mock is obviously – so we did have it right. This would be the one I would think might be the fire. Again, it's going to be a 3 deep, kind of a cover 3 look out here. I can't remember which safety is buzzing down, but it looks like it is a mock fire play. As you'll notice, as soon as the ball snapped, he's going to shoot his shot, being Edgerrin or Eric Wilson. See how quick he gets back there. But notice Edgerrin Cooper, right? Look at Edgerrin Cooper going to bounce out to the side, bang.
Jeez.
Yeah, we haven't had that in a while, boys. That's what we're talking about, that start, stop, shoot, right? Rather than
he didn't have some of that earlier in the year too. He was getting hung up on linemen. He was getting caught up 3 yards deep.
Mm-hmm. definitely. Here's a better angle of it. Watch Cooper again right here in the middle of the screen, right here. Start, stop, shoot, bang.
Look at, I mean, dude, that block avoid, like there you go. Michael Myers, baby.
He's just shifty, man. You could tell he would make a hell of a running back too. Just watch, bang, right there. We're in
that.
Yeah, it's impressive. It really is. Yeah. So obviously Xavier McKinney was there to clean it up too, but that's one of those Edgerrin Cooper plays. And why did we show that? You get that run stop on first down. They're playing behind schedule. Minnesota ends up having to punt. So now we go first quarter, 9:23 left. This is a 3-play sequence. You guys have heard me complain all week long about, man, it was so early. We got away from the run, right? Now, my argument was, my main stance that pissed me off was like, man, and it was just shots down the field. There wasn't no options. This play here, you can tell LaFleur had some serious checkdowns baked in. After watching the tape, I put it on Jordan more than LaFleur on this play, and I'll show you why. The play call is, this is a first down of that 3-play sequence. 11 gun, nub right, F orbit, swing, 22 fake, Z out, X slurl, double lead. I'm sorry, should have been double leak, and that was a Y curl with the T flat. So the play design, again, keep in mind what I, ranted about all week long, and then after watching the tape real thoroughly, it wasn't true on this specific first down play. The 22 fake is real simple. We're going to fake a run play, A gap right. That's all that is, okay? And then the rest of the play is going to be Z out. So your Z is going to be off the line of scrimmage. He's going to run an out route, all right? Your orbit fake is, let's see here, what was it? It was the F orbit swing. So your F is our boy Jaden Reed. He's going to do an orbit motion and then set up for the swing pass, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then we're going to go X slurl. So your X is going to kind of run a little slant and sit here. Okay. Some people just call that a stab route. I like to call it a slurl from a wide receiver standpoint. If it was a running back out of the backfield, I would call it a stab route. Double lead, okay, or double leak is your Y curl. So he's just going to chip and then go out here and sit down in a curl. And then the T flat is going to be a leak as well. So he's going to hit, and I'm pretty sure he's going to this side on the flat. The reason I wanted to point this out is you've got options everywhere, like underneath. You understand what I'm saying? And This has been the problem with Jordan Love, in my opinion. His biggest flaw is he doesn't play to the current down and distance. It's just, all right, which one's a deeper route? Let's take that one right there. You know what I mean? And it's good to have that confidence, don't get me wrong. But if I remember correctly, I think Tucker ends up over in here. So it's more of like a double slurl than anything. Let's roll the tape. I want to pause it when we get in here, too, to show you he had multiple options on a 1st and 10 to dump this thing off. Ball snap, play action. Now I want you to look at the options. First of all, you got a one-on-one, a hat on a hat right here if you want to swing it out there, right? Keep in mind, he's trying to go here the whole time. Now let's roll it a little bit further. Now look at the options. Look at the separation. You put that on the inside shoulder of Tucker Kraft, he's already 5 yards deep. You probably got 8 yards or even a first down on first down. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got space here, right? You got space here with room to work in the middle. Obviously, they keyed in on Dontavion Wicks, I believe who that was. Looks like it. Instead, what he's going to do is try to go outside, okay, is where Jordan's going to decide to throw that football. So to me, after watching the tape, it was more about Jordan decided to be aggressive on first down as opposed to taking what the defense was giving. Do you guys agree with that or disagree with that? We don't have
I would. Can you back it up a little bit? I would agree with that totally, because right there, if he's not keyholing on the deep shot there, that ball's out to the flat immediately, and we got, like you said, one-on-one on the boundary there. So
I would even say too, throw that down to Tuck Norris. Look at him right there.
I'm good with
either way. Yeah, it would be out though, right? You gotta see that open and fire that ball. I mean, that's what Jared Goff and Sam Darnold have been doing all year long to teams, is taking that first read, get it out quick, one-on-one, and let your guy, do his work.
Yeah. And again, I was saying, what are we doing coming out this early in the game and just throw, incomplete punt, right? There could have been a run baked into this and Jordan didn't can to it. That could be an option too. So if we go back and look at what, we're not in the huddle, so we don't know the answer to that. If we look at the box cam, we don't have the box cam, but if you focus on the box here, Emilio, knowing that Jaden's going out, you kind of like your run play here, don't you?
The RPO there, your hat count is on the short side of the field. Yeah. You just got to make one man miss.
Yeah, that's it. You got basically what he's saying is you've got 4 guys on this side of the field that's close to being in the box. You've got 4 run blockers. So you're a hat on a hat plus 1, including your running back. You really would like your chances here, And again, you don't see a can, which tells me LaFleur called this play. Now, it doesn't mean there's not a can attached. So that's where you're kind of, who can you blame there, right?
Right. And you got to think about his drops. I mean, if it's a 3-step drop, you want that ball out at the top of the drop. That's what it's designed for. And if you said, I don't know if we have the other cam, but where's his stripe? So it looks like, he's obviously the routes are all to the left side, the wide side of the field. But if you're staring that, he probably looked at Wicks and said, that's a no-go. I think Dobbs is going to get it. I'm going to stay on Dobbs another second longer. Never even spun down to Reed and probably didn't double back to Tucker at all.
Yeah, and that ball is halfway to the receiver before he even turns.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of off the mark, too. I wouldn't put that on Dobby. You know what I mean?
What do you guys still think, too, about Johnson's bottom right? I have to imagine. Can you roll that back real quick, Clayton? Watch Jacobs. He's about to fly out of that back. Nobody's even looking at him.
He's elite, too. Yeah, watch him leak out right here.
Watch this. He could have went for quite a bit there, I feel like.
Yeah, you hit him in with momentum. Basically, what you've got is you've got a one-on-one matchup with space. He's keying in here, and that's the other thing with his hips flipped. He probably takes it right up the sideline. Jacobs does in stride. So
you're a baseball guy, Clayton. This is you need a base hit, but you're swinging for the fences.
That's
right
exactly
here.
what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So again, all week long, I'm going, man, LaFleur, and again, it is a pass call, right? But in this specific situation, he gave Jordan Love 3 options underneath to check this thing down and just use it as a run. Go ahead, Jacob. What are you gonna say, man?
No, what Tim just said. Does that maybe epitomize the Jordan Love quote unquote hate or whatever? Is that it seems that at certain times that the only thing other than maybe the inaccuracy or the not being very consistent is the fact that sometimes it just seemingly seems like he'll go for the home run when we just need a single, bro. Just tap us in.
But I'm not going to let them hate Jordan Love for the same reasons that we love Brett Favre. I love Jordan's instinct.
I love this conversation, man, because we've all got different views on this. Like Tim immediately goes to Brett. I immediately go to Aaron those last 3 years and go, Aaron's just playing hero ball. And it's like, all right, Aaron ain't here no more. Now Jordan's playing hero ball.
Right. Or is this just a quarterback trying to make a play? And he got a little greedy. He wanted to take the over. He should have threw a check down or a swing pass.
And the easy thing to say is LaFleur's too aggressive. Maybe LaFleur gives his quarterbacks freedom to, hey, look, you make that decision. You believe in yourself. If you think you can make that throw, go make it, right?
You're right. And that's why he built all those safety valves into the play for us. Exactly. Like hoping maybe you'll see one of these.
So he can say when those knuckleheads talk on Chalk Talk, they can give me an out. You know what I mean? So, all right, next play of this same 3-down sequence. We're going to be way over if we don't get moving. But this 3-play sequence, 2nd down, 11 ace, dub nasty, strong left, Z post corner, Y sit, switch dog. Now, here's the thing about this. Like, it's 2nd and 10, yeah. You don't have to get it all in one play, right? Let's pick up 3 to 5 yards here is all you're looking for to put yourself in 3rd and manageable. So, again, with the play call, let's draw it out here real quick. We're going to go Z post corner. The Z is typically on the tight end side of the field opposite the X, obviously. So with the post corner, he's going to get working here and then back out. All right. That's what he's looking to do. And then on the other side, you've got a Y, or over here, you got a Y sit. So he's just going to kind of come out here and try to sit down like in a little curl. And then you've got the switch dog, which is a flatten out. The dog concept is a flat with an out. So this 2 is actually going to run a flat, just like a little shallow out. And then the 1 where it's switch, he's going to work inside and then look to work the out. So you're working levels here is what you're doing, right? So again, 2nd and 10, you got some stuff baked in here to give your quarterback, hey, just go with the high-low read on the right, take what they give you, or hammer the curl. If they go Mabel on the dog concept, if they go Mabel, then look for your sit underneath. Where does Jordan go with the ball? He's going to try to attack down the field 13 yards, right? Let's roll the tape. You'll see the post corner. Watch Jordan. He kind of looks. He reads the middle, okay? And he's already off of it. Like, okay, I'm just going to launch this thing off the back foot, right? Just out of reach. So now you're in 3rd and 10, right? So here we are, 3rd and 10, 11 gun nasty, Trey left, T weak safe, Y shift leak, we're going slot cross, Z out. Let me see if I can figure out what the hell I meant here. All right. T weak safe is real simple. It's just going to be a pass block there. And then we're going to go Y shift leak. So I think the Y is going to shift over to Dubs. He's going to block, and then he's going to leak out. And with that Y, it's going to be a sit. So he's just going to get out here and sit again. There's something they've seen on the tape that they really wanted to work that sit underneath with the Y. And then the other side is our favorite slot cross, right? So it's going to be a climb route with a dig over top here. And then with the Z is just going to be an out route. So there's your play call, okay? So you got one check down here. You got a 6-man protection in case they blitz, which we know Minnesota loves the blitz. And let's see where we decide to go with the ball here as Jordan. All right, going to use your motion. Now you're going to shift the Dubs. You're going to see him block and sit. Jordan immediately looking. To me, it looks like he's trying to hold the safety potentially to throw the out, but then he gets locked in right here. And I don't know what the hell he's seeing. He throws it behind Jaden Reed as if Jaden Reed was going to sit down. I'm not sure.
Maybe he was seeing the PI and figured throw the ball. Maybe we'll get a flag.
I will say this right here, man, all day long, not on this play particularly, but there was multiple plays I broke down where they're 12 yards down the field and the DBs have two hands on the receiver. And I'm like, boy, oh boy, did they get away with playing. I would have stayed in 2-man under 2. I really would have.
Yep.
So read that super chat for me if you don't care, boys.
Mr. Chris N says, I want to thank you, Clayton, Tim, Emilio, Carly, Ray, Jacob. I leaned on you guys through good and bad in 2024. There was so much Packers content out there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Chris.
Appreciate that, Chris. Hey, we lean on you guys too, man. There's been many times me and Tim had conversations getting on here. I've had a bad day. It's like, man, I'm excited to get on here and talk some ball.
This is one he sent right after. I feel like give him his money's worth here. He says, nothing like PTA. I mean, yeah, you guys and gal are talented, but most importantly, authentic. Appreciate all so much. Happy New Year. Appreciate that very much, guy.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Okay, let me ask you, Clayton, real quick. If you just roll it back a second, if the DN on Rasheed Walker's side didn't get the jump he did, do you think Jordan would have hit that pass? I mean, like because that dude, if you started from the jump, he got off before Rasheed even moved. And that was to my point of, look at Rasheed has to be head inside, turns outside, and the dude's already past him.
Yeah. Right. Why is he either late or early on these plays? It's true.
Now that's a tough block. That's a tough block to have to make. I don't know what happened with this. Did we just get way ahead here? We did, or did we go back? We went back, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went back. I apologize.
Yeah.
No, Emilio's right though. It's a tough block on face value, but let alone if you have to stare at the ball,
right,
and then try and get your head around.
See, he was fine when he had Tucker on the outside, right? So right. I mean, that's that right there. He had another guy on the outside. Okay, throw the deep ball, no problem. He's out by himself. He's got no help. The back's on the other side, and you motion Tucker away from him. Dude's already lined up in a wide 9. He didn't have to go anywhere. Right. Rasheed's looking inside. The guy's already the dude. I mean, it almost looked a little early, but like he jumped the snap count. I mean, he's looking inside just like Rasheed is, but he's going forward. Rasheed is going back.
Yeah, I would love to hear an offensive lineman's take on this. Like maybe he didn't use his kick step wide enough, but to me, I put it more on Jordan. Like, bro, you got to feel that, and you got to step up and out right here, right? Yeah. I mean, because again, Sheed, you're asking Sheed to do something that's impossible, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But up and out, I mean, you have who was that? Josh Jacobs. He's doing a great job holding that block. I feel like if he slipped that gap, I don't know how long he's running for. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah, what I was meaning stepping up and out is this.
Oh, okay, that way. Gotcha. But
still, though, I mean, you see, they're not being too aggressive right here either. You know, if I can get my thing right.
And we've seen Jordan do that, Clayton. To your point, we've seen him hitch and then step up and shuffle and get over in that pocket. Just not on this play, I guess.
Yeah. So Turtles real quick says Love needs to use his legs more when there's nothing there. He loves to stand in there and force it. I think that's a fair critique in certain instances. Yeah.
And that's what we talked about last.
He took a sack doing that in this game.
Yep.
What we talked about last night too is, you know, we just assume the knee is completely healthy, right? We're good. Right. We're good to go. And you know, maybe we'll see that return next year, right? I mean, it's an MCL, guys. Like, I'm as guilty as anyone, right? Just taking it for granted. Like, okay, well, it's been 4 weeks. Get out there and run like a deer. You know,
yeah.
You don't know how bad it was, right? So, all right. So let's fast forward now. That was obviously 3 and out. Minnesota got the ball. They end up missing a field goal, so it's still 0-0, right? We're still in this. Everything that's went wrong. You fumble, you go 3 and out, and you're still okay. We're in good shape. First quarter, 4:21 left. First and 10 play at Minnesota's 39-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft for 18 yards. The play call is 12 ace, nasty, strong right, Z cheat to stack, 21 fake, Y screen. I love this play call. Oh, my God, man. Let's break it down. Z cheat to stack. I'm pretty sure it was Bo. He's going to cheat over to a stack set here, okay? And he's going to get kind of a run and go. And if I remember correctly, they're just looking to walk these guys out. Rome getting out here and kind of running a little stalk as well. And with the 21 fake, it's real simple. You're going to fake an A-gap run this way. Then Jordan's just going to backpedal, and we're going to look to set up a screen pass with a couple blocks out front. We're going to dump it off the Tucker and let him do the rest and get upfield. So let's roll the tape. Again, 12 ace, nasty, strong right, Z cheat, stack, 21 fake, Y screen. There's your fake. Backpedal, bang. Look at this setup right here, boys. And again, I don't mean to pick on him, but watch
Musgrave.
Runs himself right out of the play, right? And again, you can't make contact here. You got to be careful. You don't get hit, with a penalty. But you got to know right here, hey, I gotta kind of not let that happen. I mean, you did nothing. You did nothing first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
cross his face or something. Try to run a post or do something.
Anything, right? Anything. And then of course there was the penalty everybody talked about where Harrison Smith dove at the knees, the thigh, the pad level, whatever. Here we go. This is a good look of the offensive line setting this up too. Let's see if the defense really keys in on the run right here. Oh yes, sir. Look at that. and big Sean Ryan out there with the belly button. Let's get it, boy.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Nacho Libre.
Because both of the D linemen thought, "Oh, I slipped right behind there." Like the dude did not block down far enough. I slipped right behind him.
Absolutely. And again, Tucker doing a good job just taking what they're giving. Right.
Look at Tom there. Did you see that?
Oh, what happened, Tom?
That was that penalty.
Yeah. With him
he ate that though, dude. Like he sit down, little boy. Look at that.
And I like how he did it too. Once you could tell Tom thought it was a little dirty too. Tom just literally takes all of his weight and puts it right on his rib cage. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Just lay it right there, sir.
Oh, he didn't even let the legs hit.
Yeah, he curled them up.
Yeah.
Did you notice him pointing to the official too? That's a smart heads up play. Zach Tom he might be the most intelligent player on this entire team. Like the fact that as soon as it happened, before the play's even over, he's looking at the official going, "You seen that?"
Yep.
He knows it's a penalty. So
yep.
There you go. All right, so that 18-yard play, it wasn't technically an explosive, but it did lead to a field goal for Green Bay. So Green Bay now leads 3-0. Here's second quarter, 13:35, first and 10 from Green Bay's 44-yard line. So Minnesota in Green Bay territory here. And guess what we got, boys? We got a Edgerrin Cooper tackle. I think it might have been a tackle for a loss. Yeah, I think this was a tackle for a loss here. We're coming out in a 4-3 odd. Let's talk what that means. A 4-3 odd is real simple. You've got one defensive lineman out of a 4-3 that's lined up in a 0 or a shade, meaning the inside shoulder of the center, the outside shoulder of the center, doesn't matter which side, or they're in a 0 tech. They're not at least in a 1 tech. If they were in a 1 tech, that would probably change this to an underlook. All right. And we call it a 37 front. What that means is the 3 represents an odd front, and the will on the line of scrimmage is represented by the 7. So that's called a 37 front. I believe it was a cover 3 defense, but again, on running plays, it's hard to tell. All you need to key in on is this absolute monster right here in Edgerrin Cooper. Watch them try to run on this guy. Remember the start, stop, shoot. Start, stop, shoot, bang.
Jeez.
I mean, there's no wasted motion whatsoever with Edgerrin Cooper's game. And I think over time he will miss big. It's going to happen. And I'm okay with it because this dude, he's batting about 800 right now when it comes to making plays. Look at it. I mean, there's no hesitation.
Just roll
Look
that
at
back.
Julio shaking his head. He sees it. Look.
Roll that back. He's responsible for basically 3 gaps right there. And with no D lineman in front of him. That man is facing 3 Vikings right now. All right. Yep. Cox is going to take the tight end. Okay, fine. Brooks is going to take the guard. You have a tight end and a tackle coming at you, and you split that.
And this. I don't mean to pile on, but I'm just being real. When you see it, you got to say it. The way Quay has attacked this in the past is okay. Don't give up a big play. So I got 2 guys coming at me. Let me make sure I don't give up a huge play here. And Edgerrin Cooper is hell with this. If I got 2 guys on me, I'm gonna shoot the gap. And it sounds like LaFleur might have a little bit of a problem with him shooting the gap, right? So maybe that's how they're coaching Quay. I don't know. But man, this is like you said, Emilio, it's 2-on-1 here. And watch him. He's like, boy, not today. Let's go. Get off me.
Dude,
Bang.
look at that, though. We talked about that with some of the great linebackers where they just sift through blocks. They don't take them on. They have their head on the swivel. The legs never stop moving. They're like Clayton said, no wasted movement. You watch how he does that. I mean, I'll get you.
Got skinny there real quick.
I was going to say got skinny. Exactly. Yep.
Look at that little dip.
And it's crazy because if he didn't make that tackle, that's a huge hole. But he attacked the tight end, so the tackle didn't really pay him attention. Attack the tight end, slip him inside.
Yep. It's almost like how a running back will sell an opposite hole. You know what I mean? And then they'll come back and like they'll sell outside and then cut in.
Right.
It's almost like he's doing that there. Like, okay, I'm just going to take the tight end on. Nope, I'm going to dip in and make this play. It's just a hell of a play by Coop, man. Great play.
He's basically putting on tape in the NFL what he did at college. I mean, you look at his college tape, this is what we saw.
Yeah.
And Joseph, look at that. Joseph in the chat. He did that stuff every play at A&M. That's so true.
Yeah, and I don't want you guys to get distracted by this right here, okay? Watch this lineman here. Just grab LB by the jersey there. Just kind of, I'm going to block him with my back and grab him by the back of the jersey and just kind of tug him along. It'd be all right. Everything's good. So Edgerrin Cooper said, y'all hold all you want. I'm going to go in there and smack your running back in the mouth. So, again, Coop, man, he's been the highlight of the tape this week for me for sure. So let's go on. Second quarter, 11:58 left. This is a 2nd and 8 play at Green Bay's 31-yard line. This is the Naylor 31-yard touchdown. So let's get into some negative talk here, okay? Green Bay is leading 3-0. I said let's talk about a negative play, and Jacob disappeared. Funny how that happened.
Still here. I just got to squint like an old man now.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Jacob. I hear you, man.
I'm over here batting my eyes like a crackhead because I got so much light. So it'll be
y'all got some more of that chalk talk.
Nickel 425, TT 94 touch, cover 3, free buzz, and I put match. I think this is match right here. I'm eager to see what you guys think. So essentially with the play call, we're going to go TT. So it's going to be a twist in the middle, and 94 is not going to actually try to penetrate. I think he actually goes first, and he's going to lag back and keep eyes on the quarterback. Okay, he's going to make sure the quarterback doesn't try to scramble and take away. And he's also going to be looking if there's a short dink and dunk pass, get your hands up, right? So we're going to go free buzz. What that means is find the free safety, okay? This is your free safety. We know that because here's the tight end, okay? So he's going to buzz down on a zone, okay? And then it's cover 3, zone match. So Javon Bullard's got deep third responsibility, deep third, okay? That's what it looks like to me on this specific call. So when you roll the tape, what I want you to key in on is watch bull. What that match means, if we're playing match, guys, let's set the match principle at, let's say it's 10 yards just to make things easy, okay? So let's say the match is here. And what that means is if this receiver breaks that threshold, then this becomes man coverage now, okay? Now, down here in the 2, who's got the 2? Bull has the 2. If he breaks this threshold, this becomes man coverage now. You got me? So it's like you're playing catch man out of a zone look. Now, if Naylor runs a little dig, then Bullard breaks off and looks for work. Remember that. You're going to see that later, and Bullard was late to the spot there as well. Okay, so let's roll the tape here again. Cover 3, buzz match. See the safety buzz down. And here's what they were trying to do all day, and I agree with it. This is Justin Jefferson. I'm almost positive. It is, yeah. So Justin Jefferson's looking to work a dig. So with this buzz, guess essentially what we're doing is we're playing bracket coverage on.
Yeah, with a zone instead of man.
I was going to say, is that invert?
Right. No, it's not invert
okay.
Because it's cover 3, right?
Oh,
he's cover 3. But it is match, and I'll show you why. Just key in on Valentine up here. Watch Valentine. When he gets to that threshold, notice how Valentine goes with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of creeping with him. Now, right here, you can see X is reading the quarterback. That's why I think this got credited to X as a blown coverage, but I don't think that was it. The key is going to be notice how Valentine keeps eyes on our boy Justin Jefferson. Watch Stokes. He's looking to catch man this guy out of a match principle. Watch him. See how he's going to run with him. He ain't in a deep third. He's running with that guy. So Bullard has got to know here, if these two guys go vert, then I've got to pick this guy up as if it's man coverage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ball snap, Bullard just kind of stays at home. He doesn't cover anyone. That looks like Savage. That's exactly how Savage played quarters under Barry. It's like, not too aggressive, not too far back, just mid enough to get your ass burnt every single play. So I honestly believe the only reason that Xavier broke off is because he's reading the quarterback's eyes. And if you roll it back just a few frames, you'll see he's really trying to pinch down here, clamp down on Justin Jefferson. Typically, when you play box and triangle, it's if you got 2 receivers, you play triangle, right? If you got 3 receivers, you play box around them. In this case, it's Justin Jefferson. They're playing triangle on Justin Jefferson, right? So if you're going to do that, even with zone principles, whether it's match or just spot drop, you got to be able to match up everywhere else. Bullard gets cooked by Naylor.
Yeah.
And it just can't happen. You got to know where your help is. Even if you're using your peripherals right here, you got to know, okay, yeah, even if you didn't know what the play was, you got to know Stokes is sinking. Are we both just going to cover the same spot? No, you got to pick him up. You see how everybody's reading this. You got to be able to pick him up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to ask you guys, do you think, in my heart of hearts, I just feel like Evan Williams makes that play, or at least is in better position? Have we underrated how much? I mean, Bullard's a rookie, obviously. Williams is a rookie. Which I think it's fair to say that we'd rather have Williams out there. I just, for whatever reason, think that he's more his FBI is a little more attuned to the speed of the NFL. Do you think that's fair to say? And
yeah, I mean, I think that's what's been proven on tape. You know,
yeah. I think Evan Williams is hammering down rather than backpedaling there.
Right. That's what I mean.
And he may make a mistake. He's probably just like Cooper, going to make them big. But
yeah.
He's also, this is just a walk-in, man.
I was going to say, I'd rather have you freaking go balls out and make a mistake and score rather than do nothing and we score.
Right. And again, the reason I think it's match is because notice Keyshawn just sits down here underneath, like he's looking. It's not a strict man anywhere. It's just, okay, I've got to be prepared for 87. And let's be real. The reason that this backer isn't sinking deeper to help pinch that is because he's got 87 underneath. Darnold's got multiple options here, no doubt about it. But Emilio, you've been very, very vocal with the Bullard talk, and I think you feel like he's probably getting roasted a little more than he should this week. Obviously, he prepared all week long to be the nickel.
Yeah, limited reps, and all of his reps were nickel. So, but let
me ask you this: are you seeing it the same way, or am I missing it here, man? Be honest.
No, I'm seeing. The only thing I was going to ask you: do you think Carrington has any responsibility to cover that deep third at that point? Do you think his eyes are too far on Justin, and he needs to keep backpedaling because the dude catches the ball on the V, basically? You know what I mean? So it's that would be Carrington's third. I get you. I get what you're saying on the match 100%. But if it is Carrington's third, it goes to the end zone, right? Theoretically. But I get wanting to triangle Justin. So I think that's the issue is you're rocking a hard place. I want to triangle Justin, but I might give up a little bit on the late end of a cover 3 kind of thing if we're buzzing on his side.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell because the defenders are breaking because the ball's been thrown.
Right.
So I see your point though. It's definitely possible. We know it's zone. We know that without a doubt. It's definitely possible. It could have just been spot drop.
And I know that Carrington's been kind of bump and run a lot too this game. It looks like he's been playing a lot more bump and run where we've previously been used to them staying a few yards off. He probably would have gave a little bit more and maybe he was a little bit deeper. But I get wanting to press Justin.
Yeah, and I think my biggest issue with that take as we're watching it here is if he's supposed to cover deep third, he's playing that thing like he's playing deep half.
Yeah.
Now, tell you a possibility. Stokes could be playing the wrong defense. That could be the case. Tim's like, don't you dare put this on Stokes. He didn't do anything. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
When you're not in the room, you don't know the exact call.
100%. My money's on the rookie making the mistake.
And I think he did. I think he said that, and a couple of the guys ran up to him after him, and he was like, you know what, I'll be honest, like I did make, I probably did make a couple mistakes out there because I was thinking, some of them were nickel or I just read it wrong, and that happens. He's still young, but I think it's great tape for sure. Good learning experience.
Yeah.
But he got roasted.
Yeah, and again, it's just
because look at him. X kind of knew when he looked at him.
Yep.
That's the thing that really I always look for this too. It's funny you said that. At the end of the play, I always look and watch X. Watch him snap his head over right there.
Yep. Yeah.
He's kind of looking at him like, bro, and then just key in on Bullard's body language. Watch Bullard's like, damn.
Yeah. X didn't roast him. You know what I mean? X didn't go over there and chew him out because, hey, it's a learning experience. I think they all three of them kind of talked right after, but
yeah, and he knew that he knew, right? He took one look at Bullard, and Bullard knew what happened.
Yeah. Now, back to the 3-tech talk, and I didn't plan this. We're going way over. You guys just go when you need to go. This is going to go way over tonight. But, when we were talking 3-tech, either one of these, when you got that wide front like that, can be the 3-tech we're talking about being dominant. Let's see which one they double team. So they end up double teaming Brooks, right? And Brooks is obviously just going to kind of spy over. Imagine a guy who just presses that and blows up a double team. Tell me if you think Sam Darnold gets that pass off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Kobe Wooden did a pretty good job there too.
I was just going to say, I think he did about as good as you could expect in that situation.
Yeah. So,
but you're right. We need a bona fide 3-tech.
Yeah.
We do.
Somebody is just a game wrecker, and listen, they're not growing on trees. I know that.
Yeah.
But hey, let's go down to the Dollar General.
Does Aaron Donald have any sons that might be graduating high school
that he knows of?
Oh wow!
Let's start scouting.
All right. So next play, obviously that touchdown puts them up 7-3. Next play, we're going to fast forward to second quarter, 7:33 left. This is the 4th and 2 play. Y'all ready for me to rant? It's not going to happen, actually. It's not going to happen. I'm going to explain why. So when they come to the line here, it's a 4th and 2 call. In the moment, I'm watching the game on the telecast. I'm thinking hard count, hold your water, look for a free play, or let's move the sticks with a hard count, right? Hard to do that in Minnesota. So me being a knucklehead, it's like that doesn't compute while we're watching the game live. But if that was the call, let's assume that LaFleur sent him there with a play. And once again, we know LaFleur loves to give his quarterbacks freedom. Hey, look, if you see something you like, you take it, right? Be aggressive. So he either changes the play or he goes green out of what they were going to do to just settle for the field goal. I'll explain what I mean here. Watch, they come to the line, right? Low hard, nothing. Now he sees this guy creep up, right? What's that tell you typically? Looks like man coverage, does it not?
It looks like single high, man. Yeah.
So if it's man coverage, the way you want to attack that, walk that guy out, and you could throw in a little tosser concept. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that is a man beater right here, right? So I'm wondering if LaFleur told him, go out there, hard count. If you see something you like, change the play. He definitely changes the play here. Watch Jordan, that hard count, safety comes up. All right. He changes the play completely. Yeah. So this is all Jordan Love. Now, go back to Matt LaFleur's response. What goes into that decision to go for it? That's just a gut feeling. Kind of sounds like he's covering for his quarterback a little bit. And I like that.
Maybe that's the gut feeling. It was Jordan Love's gut feeling on this play. Yeah.
So the play ends up being what Jordan checks to is 11 gun, Trey Wright, T-Week, Slay, Y-Pro, tosser. All right. So what we're going to do here is the Slay concept is real simple. It's going to be a slant, and then underneath is going to be a flat. Okay, that's called a Slay concept. Typically, it's with a wide receiver. If the T is that far over, you can draw it up the same way there. That's called Slay. Then we're going to go Y Pro. That pro route we talked about, Emilio. He's going to work in and then back out. Kind of, it's almost like an outside angle route, right? So we're going to work a little pro, and then tosser is just a double slant. And this is all the way back to Mike Holmgren West Coast offense right here. This is a staple in Green Bay for years, right? Just a double slant. If one plays with outside leverage, go to that one. You're just looking at those corners. Where's my window to throw the ball again? So, again, it's 11 gun, Trey Wright, T-Week, Slay, Y-Pro, tosser. And you'll see Jordan, he changed into this. He gets the look he wants. Great job by Reed. He's open, boys. Now, my question is, what are we doing here? Why are we waiting? You see what I'm saying?
He's trying to throw a home run ball.
It kind of looks like he's looking at, okay, maybe he's trying to hold the spot there, hold the drop, it could be, but he's going to come back and then try to fire it over the middle. It's a tight window by the time he gets there. But imagine if the thought process is we need 2 yards. We need 2 yards.
Yeah.
Ball snapped, you got the separation, hammer that thing in there, let Jaden Reed get down for a first down, right?
The more I look at this, I wish he would have canned to a draw play and just ran the damn thing.
And that's what I was saying, Tim. Is like fourth and 2, and you get stuff on a run. I can live with that. Hey, they beat us, but when you get too cute with everything,
We had success that game by doing this too, spreading them out, and then calling a draw and just
look at the separation there. You can hammer that into whips.
I was just gonna say, look at the separation there, and the receiver just below him there. It's.
I think it's a tendency of Jordan to see a guy on that first look. He's running open, and there's that temptation to always find the better read, and it's like just throw that ball. See it.
It's like I've got that, right, Tim?
Yeah. It's like, I got that, but what else do I have? It's like, no, just hit that one right away.
Now, I've seen people, and I'm gonna get a little mad right here. I've seen people roasting Reed, saying, "You got to catch a damn football. That's a drop." I want you to look at the placement of this ball. This drives me crazy. Is it catchable? Technically, it probably is. But if you're telling me you're putting this more on Reed than Love, then I'm sorry, I'm too drunk to taste that chicken. So look right here. Look where the placement of this ball is. Reed's letting up like, okay, because he knows he's got a drop defender here too, man. Yeah. You got to kind of
Reed's expecting it on the numbers, and instead it's down and in front of him.
Emilio, am I wrong, man? Do you see that as a drop?
No, you're right. I think you're spot on with that. Honestly, I think Jordan, you think
he was trying to work Tucker there?
Yeah, well, I don't think he was trying to work Tucker. I honestly don't. I'd like him to step up, like we were talking earlier. There's the top of his read, pump. At that point, you already hit your 3-step drop. You didn't like your first option at all, or even if it was a 1-step, whatever it was. At that, I love that space right there. Even if you go up and you pull them, then
maybe that gives your receiver more time to work.
Right, then you're not worried about that backer. You can, we've seen him throw cross-platform. I'd rather give a little bit more of that look, pull that backer down a smidge just by taking a step up and then step into Reed's throw.
And it's easy to look at Myers and go, well, Myers gets dog walked right back into him. Yeah, that's true. But you had a flat and a slant for a Slay. That's a quick get the ball out. You had 2 slants. That's a quick get the ball out.
Yeah, and to the Slay side, they had the backer walked up like it was going to be a 5-man rush. So they were trying to man up from the offensive line standpoint. That's why Elton's just kind of working the 2.
Yeah. And again, Reed is
not a horrible ball, but
it's not. You're right. Yeah.
No. But no, I don't think it should all be on Reed.
Yeah.
And I don't think Reed is like, put it all on Reed.
Reed's slowing up because of that drop. Like, okay, let me just he's the whole route. He's looking at Love like, for God's sakes, just give me this football quick, right?
Right. And the longer you wait, the more likelihood I'm gonna end up in the hospital.
Yeah. Or end up with a drop. And Reed was pissed. He's like, So there you go. That was your 4th and 2 play. Again, at the time, what the hell are we doing, Matt LaFleur? Why are we going for it on 4th down? He could have just said kick the field goal, right? So he's not completely off the hook. But to me, it seemed like they gave him a green go option there. Like, hey, go out there, see if you can get them to jump. And if you see a look that you like, then you've got the green light. Do what you want. And
would you have rather him gone for it on that 4th and 4 or 4th from the 4th and goal, from the 4 rather than that one? Or like when he took the 3 earlier in the game, would you have rather seen them go for it there?
Here's my rule when it comes to inside the 5. I'm still team kick the field goal, but you will never hear me criticize a coach that's outside of the 4-minute mark before halftime, before the end of the game. Okay, before halftime, let's say. Yeah. If you're outside of the 4-minute mark and you go for it inside the other team's 5-yard line, you'll never hear me complain about that.
Yeah, the reason if you turn it over on downs, you give your defense
they're pinned back and more things can go wrong than right for them, right? Yep. So I'm okay with that. But if it's like, 16 seconds left before halftime.
Yeah, right.
And there ain't time for
points. Yeah, no, I get you. That's all I was wondering was, would you have been more mad, if
this one definitely.
Yeah, right.
This one definitely, okay. In my opinion. Because it's just, again, and I'm a boring ass fan, man. I like stuff that's just straightforward. Hey, take what they give you. Many times in the NFL, man, teams screw themselves up out of the win. Right?
What do you think about this comment here, Clay? I don't know if you can see it, but R.E. Iron Miner says, we have a kicker now. We lose by not kicking.
That's the frustrating part, right?
That's very frustrating.
It is, man, for sure. I get it. Again. It's tough. Now, in between that play and this, we had a Keyshawn Nixon pass interference. Obviously, we all talked about it. Was it catchable? I don't hear them say uncatchable ball, no flag. I haven't heard that said in years, so it must not be a thing anymore. Or maybe they've weeded it out of the league. I don't know. But here we are now at second quarter, 5:23. We're on the cusp of going in the middle eight. 2nd and 4 play at Green Bay's 40-yard line here, boys. So this is 2nd and 4, and they're trying to go down and score right before halftime, right? And guess who makes the play? We got a nickel 4-2-5. I think it was cover one robber is what it looked like to me. Darnold cans to a weak run to the weak side. So you'll notice Bull. I don't like this either. Bullard giving up his status early, right? As soon as he comes up into the box here, right?
Yeah.
We canned out, and guess what? We're running weak. Okay. But here's the thing. Even when you make mistakes, when you got a damn dog like this dude right here, you still make a play. Watch Cooper here. So they canned weak side run. I bet they regretted doing that with Cooper over there. Watch this. Look at Cooper. Just pop
Bang.
that. So again, here you got Cooper making a play. It's a 2nd and 4 play. Now it's going to make it a 3rd and 6 after this is over. Watch Cooper here. Remember the start, stop, shoot? There's the can. Bullard right there.
He just stands up too. You see him just stand up almost like, I ain't doing nothing. Don't worry about me. I'm just
and you see Bullard immediately go back like, oh, crap.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah, because Bullard snitched on himself too early, like you said. Yeah.
Because they were playing, I think they were going to play robbers, what it was. But look, again, what's just start, stop, and then shoot. Bang. He's just
good tackling for him too. That's the other thing. I mean, just great fundamental tackling every time.
No doubt. So that made it 3rd and 4. Let's go to I think this was the very next play. Yeah.